tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Jimmy Garoppolo and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders. Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the 9th-year QB out of Eastern Illinois, author of 2 magical playoff runs in the last 3 seasons, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Garoppolo, first play, going to throw it. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for Adams in last week's game: 7 catches, 125 yards.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Garoppolo now. Back to Renfrow again, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. This defense for the Patriots, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Pats are going to take possession of the football. A time for Mac Jones and his Patriot offense to take the field. Jones now in his 2nd season since being selected 15th overall in 2021.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week, because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 7-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And this throw will be intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. They'll give it to Strong. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Throwing Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown. Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Max Crosby. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays.
Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Folks' kick is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. 17-0 our score after one. From the 29, Garoppolo. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 1 now. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Jones on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. On 1st down, Jones. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. A give for Stevenson, running right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Give up the middle to Strong. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones forced out to his left. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one.
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. He's at the 40, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run once more with Stevenson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones gets it to Strong. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun here with Strong. Taken down at the 30. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Thornton. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Play action. Garoppolo. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Oh, the return is Jones. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will do it for this first half. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Geno Smith leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head east to Minnesota to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Kirk Cousins leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And then lastly, we wrap up Week 15 on Monday night. What a battle this will be. The Rams and Packers from a very chilly Lambeau Field. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones buying time to his left. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Straight ahead at Stevenson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Dancing to his left. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one swung outside to Strong. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Here's Stevenson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now up to 14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo, the open man here, Renfro. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Garoppolo again. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Here's a screen play. This is strong. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On the handoff, Stevenson. 102 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On second down, a run with Strong. And he's got some space here. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down. Now a handoff. Stevenson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Raider D, they get the football back. On play action, now Garoppolo. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now a run with Stevenson. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ramondre Stevenson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a throw here to his running back, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Straight ahead is Strong. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 132 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Back to Stevenson on first down. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Stevenson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Strong. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James Robinson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And they open the lead up now to 25. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Garoppolo. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And my goodness, another interception. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. One final try now for Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I think counting after a while, they were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for New England, They move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they drop their 10th game now